I'm standing here in a parking lot, and you might be wondering why. Well, today we're diving into a topic that's as crucial as it is unexpected: vehicle incident prevention and mitigation. Now, you might think this is just about car alarms and steering wheel locks, but it's so much more than that. We're talking about protecting people and places from threats that most of us hope we'll never have to face. Let's talk about the threats we're dealing with here. Vehicle ramming attacks, where someone deliberately drives into a crowd, and vehicle-borne improvised explosive devices, or VBIEDs. These aren't new, but they're persistent threats that security experts are constantly working to prevent. And now there's a new player in town: autonomous vehicles. The idea that a car without a driver could be used as a weapon is, well, it's the stuff of science fiction, except it's not fiction anymore. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The point is, these threats are real and they're evolving. And that's why organizations like CISA, that's the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, are working hard to stay ahead of the curve. They're not just thinking about today's threats, but tomorrow's as well. It's a bit like, well, no, actually it's not like anything else. This is a unique challenge that requires some serious innovation. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what can we actually do about this? Well, that's where planning comes in. CISA provides a whole toolkit for risk assessment. It's not just about identifying vulnerabilities, it's about understanding the entire picture. What are the potential targets? What are the likely scenarios? And most importantly, what can we do to prevent them? One of the key strategies here is crowd management. Think about it. If you can control how people move in a space, you can make it much harder for a vehicle to cause harm. This isn't just about putting up barriers, though that's part of it. It's about designing spaces with security in mind from the ground up. And it's not just for big organizations. There are things that individuals can do too, like being aware of your surroundings and knowing evacuation routes. It's a bit like being your own personal security expert, I suppose. When it comes to security, it's not about finding one perfect solution. It's about layering different measures to create a comprehensive system. Think of it like an onion. Each layer adds another level of protection, and the tools available for this are pretty impressive. There are crash-rated barriers that can stop a truck in its tracks, intelligent video analytics that can detect unusual vehicle behavior, and even systems that can disable a vehicle remotely if it enters a restricted area. Now, I'm not saying every parking lot needs to look like a military base. The key is finding the right balance for each specific situation. It's a bit like, well, no, actually it's not really like anything else. This is cutting-edge stuff that's constantly evolving. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the threats we face to the strategies and tools we can use to counter them. It's a complex topic, and we've only scratched the surface here. But the key takeaway is this: proactive planning and comprehensive strategies are crucial. Whether you're responsible for a large organization or just concerned about your own safety, there are resources out there to help. And in a world where threats are constantly evolving, staying informed and prepared is more important than ever.